What's going on, workforce? Brian here.
Chris here.
We got a spicy hot take in terms of a little bit of tank swap drama. This is coming from a Twitch clip that you reacted to, and that video is going live on Sunday, Chris.
Sunday is reaction day on Gaming Kinda. I'm trying to stick to the schedule this month. I don't care that it's hot news. Sunday is reaction day. That's where it'll be. It's already filmed.
Anyhow, we figured we'd dive in, give some thoughts. I've seen the clip itself. There's a whole like meta level to this that it just makes me laugh. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and this journey. There is some foul language in the clip that is posted. We're going to go ahead and play the clip. We might pause, talk about it, or we might just let it play all the way through. It's not actually that long of a clip. So we're going to do that. We're going to look at some of these replies, but you've been warned. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So first things first, let's go ahead and go ahead and unmute and play this bad boy.
I guess Bex Smith over here is going to
Bex Smith.
All right, Bex.
So this is obviously coming from DR. So this is a DR fight right now.
It's the first boss of Delibram, Regine.
Regine. Thank you for saying it so I don't have to.
Tanking. Oh, now we got main tank. Oh, this is going to be a tank battle.
Tank battle.
Cool.
Main tank coming in with the provoke. Feel like we should be like announcing this.
Main tank not being main M-A-I-N. M-A-N-E, who is the one who actually tweeted out the video.
Yes.
And is the subject of they're going to be coming in for the tank battle.
Yes. They're coming in. Main tank's coming in.
Now, as a little context on this, I will say that somebody who had a chance to see like the chat log to this told me, private messaged me on Twitch when I was in another stream talking about this. They said that this streamer had asked or had discussed the plan to be main tank. They had been the plan. That was the intent. And this other tank is now topping them on the enmity table.
Yeah. Which is a
main tank tanking. Right. Whoa, look at him go. I love it. I love it. Should I just be a dick and keep provoking? Yeah. I think so. I think we're gonna do it.
So now he's going to be a dick.
What's the cooldown on provoke? 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
It's a long time.
But there's also lost actions.
There are lost actions that could help you push over. I
absolutely.
don't think about those because I don't have enough of them to use them regularly.
Exactly. All right, let's continue.
No, you're not main tank. Now I'm main tank. Yeah, let's go,
so
bro.
Now he's
yeah,
mocking.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be that guy.
Yeah. He provoked.
Let's go, you ugly little warrior. No one likes you.
He's saying nobody likes the warrior.
You're a garbage tank.
You're a garbage tank. That's the best line out of this whole thing.
Tank. You can't even spell. Look, I hate him. I hate this guy. You know why I hate this guy? You know why I hate this fucking guy? Because he plays a fucking Hrothgar and he named himself Main. M-A-N-E, because he's a goddamn like lion cat character. I hate it. I hate it, dude. I hate him.
God.
I hate this guy. It makes me want to puke.
It makes him want to puke. That's gross. Okay, so first
just to put it in perspective, his character's name's last name is Twitch TV. So like I don't see how that's any different.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I didn't even realize that was his last name.
So he's got a self-promo last name, which my EU character has. My EU character's name is Work Tagame.
Tagame.
So like being playful with your name is part of it. But you don't get to I don't get to go into an MSQ and be like, that guy in the frog suit's really breaking my immersion when I run around in a pig suit. It's like
so
he's doing the same thing you're doing. He's got a pun for a name.
Yeah. So I've got up on the screen right now, and this just to set some context. I think that there's a part of it that the guy who's streaming, who ends up getting this clip for, is just playing it up for, I guess, the stream, right?
I ranted 4 times during stream today.
So here's the stats on main tank. Like, that's so funny why main tank tweets this out, because he's at 99.6 parse on Savage content for his tank. 90, like his lowest score, 98. His highest score, 100. He's a pink, not purple, a pink parsing padass. So it's like, holy crap! Like this was just something that, like, when you said you did it, and then I saw the tweet. I was like, people are talking about this on Twitter. What is going on? And so we sat down and wanted to watch it with you guys in this regards. I think that, to be fair to this guy who's trashing main tank, who's doing this tank battle, who's ignoring, I guess, apparently the conversation of I'll be the main tank here. is just playing up, trying to make fun of his name in that regards. Like, oh, you can't spell, and I hate it because you're like, oh, it's a punny name because you're a Ronso, which is amazing, an amazing race, hands down. I think that, like, that aspect aside, this is hilarious because
Brian's a Ronso.
I am a Ronso.
Just to disclose the little bit of bias there.
Yeah, full disclosure. But yeah, like at the core of it, like this is just so freaking hilarious. I at the end of the day, like I don't care that he's talking trash.
It's Delibram. You can clear it. You can clear it without healers.
Yeah.
Like you can clear it with all DPS in your party. Like a white mage could take tank from you. If you drop tank stance and you let a white mage tank with lost actions, they'll probably make it.
Yeah.
It won't feel good, but I assume it's possible.
Yeah. So at the core of it, like I said, I honestly, I haven't seen much more of this streamer's content. This is the first time I'm actually being exposed to him in my timeline, on Twitter, for this moment. I just love it's so drop the mic, but very quietly, like, all right, someone's talking trash about me. Then I'll just leave. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're so like confident in your skills, and then you have other people defending you. Like, dude, we're looking up your name, and look how awesome you are at this game from your parse logs and things like that. So that's
really the issue. Is my video just viewed this as like, this is an example of when the community does something that I dislike. This is not about, does this streamer always do this? This is not about, does main tank have some fault in this? Were they casting provoke? We don't have the combat log. I don't care. This was just an example of like, when somebody chooses to have a moment of immaturity, which some people choose to have that be their whole life. Some people, it's a rare occasion. We're all at different journeys. But when you have a moment of immaturity, you look like the worst person.
Yeah.
Main tank didn't come out and immediately, I didn't know about that. I didn't go look up their parse. Main tank didn't come out and go, how could they do this? How could they make fun of me? This is against terms of service, reported. I'm amazing. They just said like, hey, thought this clip was funny. Here you go. And like, people go off and do the rest. So like, you immediately become the hero in the story. So it literally wouldn't matter if the streamer was in the right. Being a jerk about it just makes the whole thing an example of what not to do.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is definitely an example of, especially if you're live, if he gets banned for this action, I won't be surprised, because this violates the terms of service that we've seen other streamers do and be punished for in that regard. Like, he's actively calling out the name of the character. Like, you can, from that
clip,
has
all names shown.
Yeah, you can, from that clip, go find out who like, let's say main tank wasn't a 100% DPS parse. Like, if they were offended by this, if they were frustrated by this, they could report, and this guy could get banned, which we kind of feel like sometimes getting banned from the 14 community stream is good for you as a streamer, which is kind of like counterintuitive to it, right? Like, ultimately,
because you get to make a bunch of drama about it. You get to go, well, I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy IV this week because 14 kicked me off. Welcome me back. Let's show them. And so it does become like a rallying call.
Yeah, it's so fascinating. I don't know if that policy, like, I don't know what the policy would be. What is an adequate, like, correction of the attitude or the mindset of
a ban that's not set to number of days.
Oh,
ban
really?
For a full patch cycle. Yeah.
Whoa.
As a content creator. Whoa. Sorry, you got banned in a half patch. I don't know what to tell you. You're banned till 5.55.
Holy crap. That would be insane.
That's the only way to punish a content creator, is make them miss content.
You gotta,
and like, you gotta make them miss content, because if you ban me, but if you put a 3-week ban on me now, I'm still back for April 13th. And now I have, so I don't, everything I'm doing between now and April 13th is optional content.
Yeah. You get, and
so now I get to just talk on YouTube and Twitch about how mad I am about at 14.
Yeah.
And then I get welcomed back, and I missed nothing. There's nothing in game that has to be done right now.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see that ever evolve. Like, cause it
would seem unfair, because the content creator is the only one that should be banned that long, but they're the only ones who benefit from being banned.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you were thinking of when you started this video.
There was a part of that. You just said
you want to talk about the clip, and we hit record, but
yeah, it's like, here we go. That's welcome to Work to Game, everybody.
That's the only way to ban to punish content creators, is to deny them content.
I put the question, obviously, to everybody here watching this video, like, what would be an appropriate response from
I
the
am not
streamer.
calling for a ban, by the way.
No,
just to be clear here. Zero call for a ban.
Not at all. But I'm just saying, like, what would be the appropriate response from the stream? Like, because you think about the different parties, I think Main Tank had the best response out of all of this. Like, just like, yo, what's up, guys? Like, how many people follow this guy? Like, I mean, just like look real quick.
It's brilliant.
So, I just hit follow on him.
When I saw it, there were like 6 likes when I watched this morning.
Okay.
So this was like, it was fresh.
This is fresh, hot.
I don't even know how I was just up and it happened.
Let me just take this a little bit further and love on Main Tank here in his just bio. Here's what the bio says. A dragoon walks into the bar and everyone else dodged it. This guy is great. Like, this guy is fantastic. But at the core of it, like, yeah. So the question would be like, that's Main Tank's response. What would be a proper response from the streamer? Because they're going to get some attention from this. Negative attention is still attention.
Hey, they were joking.
Positive attention is still attention. And I think that
apologize and say you were joking.
Yeah,
because the clips got big, right? I didn't go back and watch the whole. I went back. He had his whole stream broadcasted. Is some number of hours long. I'm not gonna sit and scrub hours and
hours of
so
scrubbing.
like I have no context, and so as a result, and that's why I try to make it clear, like in my video that'll go live this Sunday, like I'm not calling for anything to happen here. I don't have the full story on either person.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if there was provoke going off. I don't know if everybody had agreed he'd be.
I don't think it matters if any of that
if
happened.
He always jokes like this, and this is just his way of streaming, right? Like Dr. Disrespect is a concept. Like that's a thing people do. So like I don't know if that's just a persona, and his audience enjoys that. And if you don't like it, leave the stream. You don't have to be a part of it. Like I don't know any of that. But my issue is like this is an example of where like we all log into the game, play the way we want, don't get the result we want, get mad, go to bed, and fall asleep beautifully knowing I'm not the problem with the world. But there's 10 players in there. The content didn't make anybody happy, and all 10 players are not the problem. Well, where's the problem? Like, it has to exist somewhere.
Oh, man. This just made my day. This was just such a funny thing, especially because I think just how well it was handled from the, like, essentially what I would say is the offending party, the person who's getting mocked by a content creator on stream.
The hero in our story.
The hero in the story. So I just really was when I saw that you kind of like you were talking about it on stream, and I was like piqued my curiosity. And then it started showing up on the Twitter feed, and I was like, interesting. I want to sit down and talk with Chris about this because there's so many layers to it. There's so many layers to it, and I'm just generally curious. Guys, if you haven't seen it, like links will be in the description for you if you want to go check it out. Love to know your thoughts. Any and all welcome in the comments below. Chris, do you got any final thoughts? Anything you want to add to this video before we send it out?
Sunday's my reaction post. It's like 20-something minutes long. Like it's just my raw reaction.
Yeah.
It's just me processing it in real time. And now I feel even different because like I didn't know about the parse thing, and like the whole situation's growing, and so like I even have those feelings have developed since it was recorded. It'll still go live Sunday. That's my raw feelings on it, and like I view it more as a when Brian and I say like, well, there's people in the community that get mad at you when you skip story or something like that, and people go, no, they don't. Prove it. And so like this is my prove it. This is my like people are sometimes toxic for no reason.
Yeah.
And it doesn't move the conversation forward. Nobody was made better by this clip. I mean, Brian's day is now better, but like the intent of the stream was just, I'm just going to rip on this person. How dare them have a dumb name when I have a dumb name? Like, how dare them try to tank when I'm trying to tank? Like it just, the whole thing is just negative. And this clip on its own is very immature. And like, it doesn't reflect well on behalf of that streamer. That streamer might be delightful and amazing and well-versed the rest of the time. Their bio says they have like 20 or 30,000 hours of time played in MMOs and multiple world firsts and server firsts. This doesn't make them look like that person.
Yeah.
And so like it reflects poorly on everybody, reflects poorly on the community. What if Main Tank, what if this was their first time? They just got in the game. Delibram is their first time doing the relic grind. They're just trying to tank for the first time. They have tank stance on because everybody told them they had to, and they rip off this guy because the streamer isn't using all of their abilities. When you watch his rotation, he sits at max mana for 30 seconds as a Dark Knight. Use your stuff. And so like, as somebody who's not perfect at rotation, I'm not going to go put up an expert critique guide on like, look at how bad Brian is at running Gunbreaker when I don't know what I'm doing as Gunbreaker. Like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So like, it just, the whole thing, that's my final thought, is just, it just reflects poorly on the community all the way around.
Yeah.
And so let's shed some light on like how it should have been handled. and then maybe get a slight laugh out of it so that at least it's not making people's day worse.
Now, while I thoroughly enjoyed this was very humorous to me. If you guys just aren't aware, this is a violation of terms. While Chris and I are not calling for action of any sort in this case, like, it is what it is. But just note that if you are streaming, don't be mocking people, especially in your party, for however they're performing in that regards. It'll be interesting to see if anything comes down from him. Like, this will be an interesting example, one way or the other. So if anything, if this story has another part to it, we'll be sure to kind of weigh in, keep you guys up to date. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And if you're in any of the freezing cold zones in this country right now, hopefully you're staying safe and warm. But for Work to Game, my name's Brian.
My name's Chris.
Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.